can we pass a prop firm challenge using the YouTube model that I did upload a long backtesting session for on my channel? Now, if you don't know what this is, you can take a look at that backtesting session. It's quite long and, we make some very, very nice profits. Actually, this is the backtesting session for it. I need to continue this on the channel. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to use FX Replay, new feature where you can simulate a prop firm challenge and see if we can pass this with this very simple and very basic strategy that I did start backtesting on my channel. Now, what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to just choose a random date, right? So I'm on random.org. We're going to choose just one date and we're going to do it from, let's just say, the 1st of January 2023. And we will do this all the way up until the 12th of November. So the 12th of November 2025, which is today. Click on Get Dates. And the date that's been chosen is the 30th of the 7th, 2025. So that is a very recent date. So we can go ahead, backtest that. We will start on the start of August. So what we will do is we'll go over to FX Replay and we will go ahead and choose our session. So I'll be back in a moment when I've set up the prop firm session here. So here, as you can see, these are the details for the prop firm session that we're going to do. We've got an $100,000 account. We're going to be trading the German DAX from the 30th of the 7th, 2025. Now, the profit target will be 8%. That is the most common profit target unless you're trading sort of FTMO. The max daily loss will be 5K. The max total loss is 10K. And we will go through and see if we can pass this challenge with this specific strategy. So what we can do now is go down, click on Create Session, make sure that I've got this all set up correctly. So I'll click on this layout, click on Create Session, and we will just load into this and just see if we can pass it basically. So it's a very simple strategy. If you don't know where it is, like I said before, I've got around a 45-minute to an hour backtesting session on the channel. But essentially what we're looking for is we're looking for a trend on the given asset that we're trading. We also look at the anchored VWAP, so it'll be something like this, right? And then what we're looking to do is get involved on a fair value gap. And if we're above the VWAP, we're looking for longs. If we're below, we're looking for shorts. And essentially what it will look like is it will look something like this. We will look to put our stop loss where it makes sense. So it can be above or below the thrust candle. That makes the fair value gap. It can be below a swing low. It can be below the VWAP itself. And we will go for a 1 to 2 with a break-even rule at 1 to 1. And this is kind of what it will look like. And essentially what we're looking to do is get involved in the session momentum and look to ride the wave to get a 1 to 2 risk to reward. So that's essentially what it is, right? And we are halfway through the day here on the London session. So I'm not looking to get involved in this. I will just fast forward to the next day and then we can then start trading on the 31st of July. So going into the next day, right, what we're essentially doing, getting to around 7 a.m. and then I will apply my new day VWAP at market open. So what I'm seeing is that it's opened here, right? The VWAP is sort of flat and we're sort of just in this range at the moment. So if we do get an opportunity with the VWAP being sort of flat here, it's an high risk opportunity, but it's a mechanical way to trade and I'll be taking the trade anyway. So here we're above the VWAP. We've got a fair value gap right here. And we will enter on this. Stop below this swing low. And we will look to target a 1 to 2. So I'll place the order. This will be a limit order and we will be entering with 2% risk. So I will click on save. Now the limit order has been set. Can we get tagged in? If it goes to our profit target, right? If it goes to our TP without actually tagging us in, so right here, I'm going to pull the order and I'm going to delete it. So we're tagged in and we are currently, obviously it would have gone 1R, right? So this would now be a break-even trade. The volatility here, wow. And that would be a 2% win straight away, which is absolutely insane. So that would have been a beauty of a trade in all honesty. So come back down, tagged us in, and within, you know, 1 or 2 candles, we're out for a take profit. So if we do win the next trade, that would be the first phase of the challenge passed, and this video will be a very short video. So I'm going to move on to the next day now because I've won a trade, and we can go through and see what is happening on the next day. So 7 a.m. I will apply my VWAP at market open. We're below it at the moment, so we're currently looking for shorts. Nothing to get involved in yet. We've got a fair value gap here. The momentum to the downside is huge. The stop loss, because there's no significant swing high, I'm going to put it above the VWAP here, and also above the thrust candle, which did create the fair value gap. And then I will go for a 1 to 2. Because this is overextended, and you know there's been a lot of momentum to the downside, we could see price retrace and just go through our stop loss, which is absolutely fine. You know, it happens, but we're just going to trade this mechanically and trade it the best we possibly can. Place the order, 2% risk, limit order, click on save. Can we get tagged in? And are we out of session? So now it's 10 a.m. I would pull this order and I would delete this order and come back in New York to see if we can get involved in anything. So we'll play price forward. So around 1 p.m., sorry, I would come back and see if there's any opportunities. Currently, we're still below. Some big momentum. We've got a fair value gap here. We can look to enter this. It's not looking promising by any means. You know, sometimes intuition does play a part, and the stop loss would have to be sort of all the way up here, and you know your take profit would be all the way down here. So this for me is not one that I'm going to take, just for the simple fact is the stop loss is absolutely massive, because there's no logical place to put our stop loss here. So the nearest swing high is this one, or maybe even this one if you want to look at that as a more significant one. And then the VWAP is here. By the time we tagged in, it could have come down, but the stop loss would sort of have to be around here, right? So for me, this is one that I'm going to sit out, and I'm just going to come back the next day. So it would be tagged in, and price would have probably got around break even maybe. And then potentially we'll probably still be in this actually, to be fair, because stop loss would be all the way up here, price is down there. So it's the next day now. I will apply my VWAP. We're currently above it, so we're looking for longs. We're broken below. Got a rejection from the VWAP. Fair value gap. So I'll enter here, but I don't think price is going to come back to this. But you know, you never know. I'll put my stop loss below this swing low here. 1 to 2, place the order, 2% risk, and see if it comes back. If it does make another fair value gap, I will delete this order and I'll look to enter on that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this, and I'm actually going to look to enter on this fair value gap now. So entry there, stop loss below this candle here, and also around here below the VWAP, and target a 1 to 2. And see if we can get tagged in. So we're tagged in. If we get to 1 to 1, that will be a break even. Break even. And I'm going to have to put it sort of around 4,100 just to get to the profit target. And can it reach? It can. So that's just how simple it is. It took us 5 days to pass this prop firm challenge with the most simple strategy that you can think of. Absolutely brilliant. 2 trades, 2 wins. And that is how simple it is to pass a prop firm. Obviously, it's not always going to be like this. You're not always going to, you know, hit 100% win rate and pass the challenge. You will lose challenges. You will pass challenges. But overall, you will be net positive if you do continue to trade the challenges. So if we just go to analytics, As you can see here, 2 trades, 2 wins, 100% win rate. The profit target of 8% is hit within 2 trades. And if we go down, as you can see, 4% win, 4% win. And it took us around 5 days to pass the challenge. So that's how simple it can be to pass a challenge. As I said before, it's not always going to be 100% win rate. Sometimes you will start off with 2-3 losses in a row, and then you'll be in drawdown. You'll have to claw yourself back. But, you know, overall, if you do trade without fear, if you trade and you just trust the process, you will pass challenges. You will fail challenges along the way. But the overall idea is, in the prop firms, is to be net positive overall and be making back more money than you are spending on the challenges and on the evaluations. So I hope you did enjoy this video, guys. Let me know if you have been looking at this strategy yourself. Let me know if you've been testing it, what sort of results you've been getting, and let me know if you're going to try this new FX replay feature. There will be a link in the description down below if you want to try it. And yeah, just let me know how you get on. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to leave them in the comments or contact me on Instagram. And without further ado, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.